So we're working on a 2004 Honda Recon 250 ES with the electric shift. It got stuck in between first and second, had the two lit up. Light one was flashing 3 times, which usually indicates the angle sensor. Went ahead and changed the angle sensor and the shift motor. And as it turns out, real important stuff, I had the emergency shifter lever back here. That was locked up. It wasn't shifting on the electric shift, even with all the new parts. But take the whole cover off here with it standing up like this, and the shift arm moves nice and smoothly, all free. It's tied into this linkage here for the electric motor. It also has the angle sensor on the back of it. And these little gear teeth here mesh with this setup over here. So this is the piece that has your angle sensor on it. This all sits right in that hole. And I would highly recommend, before pulling all of this off, just take this little guy off, because as it turns out, none of that really wants to move. And that was binding. Little bitty gear teeth in there was what was binding on the shaft over there, holding the whole assembly from wanting to move. So before you pull your cover off, check that. So I feel kind of silly now, but so it goes. Now I get to inspect the internal components, and it looks really clean in there, which is why oil changes are important. But emergency shift lever down here, 12mm wrench or socket or whatever fits. Move that guy, moves your shift linkage. Should move about that easy, even if you are having to drive it through the electric shift motor. But pull this little housing. It's just the bolts holding the electric shift motor on there. So that guy sits on there like that. But pull this guy off, because you can pull that off without pulling the whole transmission cover. And I bet you that's where it's locked up at. And that would make sense. So now that I've seen this, more power to you guys, so that you're not making the same mistake I was, and don't have to go through all this trouble. I was hoping that it wasn't something mechanically bound here with the linkage inside the transmission, and thankfully I was right, which means this is going to be a lot less work, a lot less money, a lot less effort. Just need to get this cover back on here, get those gears cleaned up, get them to mesh properly, and try it again. So, 2004 Honda Recon ES.